Lately, I've noticed a lot of YouTubers slash content creators spinning out or having mini breakdowns, and I didn't want to be one of them, so I decided to take a few days off.
You're watching the Bear Pantry Show.
What was I doing during my little mini staycation? I was making a whole new wardrobe for myself. Well, maybe not a whole wardrobe, but at least a few pieces, all right? So stay tuned. If you guys came here to see cooking, stay tuned for the end of the video because I'm going to show you this garlic butter shrimp that I made for dinner the other day. But for right now, I want this video to be more like a lifestyle type vlog thingy. So I want to show you what I was making. So first of all, I made this skirt. All right? So it's a floral pattern half circle skirt with pockets. And it does have a zip in the back, but I must confess that I have a little bit of problem putting in zip still. It always tends to warp up, but I just saw a tutorial where the lady said iron the zip first. I didn't even think about that, so I'm going to do that for the next skirt that I'm going to do. I'm going to do like 4 skirts, 1 top, because I already have a black off-the-shoulder top that I made the other day. So if we get called to go to Let's Make a Deal, I'll put on that black off-the-shoulder thing with my costume and black pants or whatever, right? So that's going to be a piece added to the setup that I'm doing right here. So 2 off-the-shoulder blouses, 4 skirts. I'm going to do 2 hats, but the hats are really going to be like 4 because they're reversible. So the next skirt that we're working on is this Paris themed fabric right here. This skirt is not a half circle skirt. It's not really straight either. It has a little flare to it, but not enough of a flare that it'll blow up in the wind. This will blow up in the wind. I'm gonna have to wear shorts when I go in these. This top is from Costco. It's a Eddie Bauer salmon colored blouse, right? So I had enough fabric to do a hat. I don't know if the hat's gonna come out like my famous bucket hats that I like to wear. I've gotten rid of the 2 templates for the bucket hats that I make because I have a lot of trouble when I sew them. Like when you sew the sides, it doesn't match the crown, then I'm gonna have to figure it out. So I did the math and made this new template. I watched somebody else's video and they were doing like pie and all type of stuff. I did it. I think the hats are gonna be lovely, but I think they're gonna be more like sun hats. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait and see how they come out when it's all done, right? So Joe, my husband, Joe went to go help our son Jory at his yard. The summer is coming up and they need to change the pool pump out or something. So they're doing that. He's gonna be gone for hours. He has me watching a roast that he's cooking right here that we're gonna make burritos out of today, okay? But I digress. Let's get back to the clothes. So I'm gonna do this Paris theme straighter skirt, no pockets. It's gonna have a waistband and a smaller waistband. I already did a straight black skirt with a little slit in the back. The slit is, you know, for when you sit, because it's not too tight to walk, but for when you sit. And it's just elastic waist. It's elastic waist. It's the easiest thing that you can sew if you're learning how to sew. I'm also going to do a skirt out of this, the same type of skirt out of this fabric. So it's going to be just like that with the slit in the back and the elastic. I don't have the elastic right now. Walmart didn't have any when we went. So it is what it is. So this is how that skirt looks. It's one big rectangle. What you have to do is measure the biggest part of you. So my biggest part is my hips, of course. Some people biggest part is their waist. You ever see some people, you know, they're big in the waist but small in the hip, right? So measure the biggest part of you and then add, I think, like 4 inches to it or something like that. Then you have to add for the waistband and the whatever. So, but see? It's just gonna wrap around and we're gonna have that kind of skirt. And I thought for a minute that I had a hat because I'm working on a bucket hat, and this is a true bucket hat, this one right here. But I threw the stupid template away because I thought I had a better template. I thought this and this was the same thing, but it's not. Is it close enough for me to wear and nobody will notice though? You guys tell me. So if you flip the hat over, see it's not quite done. Joe still has to sew those lines around, so I have it pinned right here to close up the gap. I found fabric that I had in there. Oh, it's getting hot in here. And I realized that I have a skirt. I have a skirt that I made before. One of those same, oh, girl, don't be getting your clothes dirty. I just swept them up. Same elastic waist thing. See? Easy. With the slit, okay? Easy to do, easy to do. Ooh, how did I get that to do that? Huh. I don't have no fray going on here. I gotta pay attention to that. So then I'm gonna make the same Paris theme. I'm gonna make an off-the-shoulder blouse. I'm not gonna wear the skirt and the blouse on the same day. I feel like it's too much. So when I wear the Paris themed skirt, I can wear it with a black top, right? Or some other color top. And then I can wear the hat and underneath the hat, the brim is going to be pink because there's going to be some other type of hat going on under here. I don't know what yet, but I found the pink so that when you lift up that brim, you can see the pink, right? You always want to lift up the brim and see if it's clashing or matching, right? And then for the floral one, underneath, you're going to see the salmon. I told you guys that already, right? And then the rest of it is going to be this bunny rabbit theme thing. So you see how many pieces I have going already? And what am I doing with my old clothes? I put it in a box, and we're going to have a garage sale in August when we're allowed to have garage sales over here in my neck of the woods, right? So I want to tell you guys that when I did the charcuterie board, I also made mini pancakes. I found this really, really cool recipe for pancakes online, and I did mini pancakes. I was going to put it on the board, but I forgot. And I was going to use like the pancake syrup for the dipping sauce. So I'm going to make that pancake video one of these days soon because it was a really good recipe. And, you know, I'm always looking for recipes for pancakes and stuff like that because even if we have a good one, I feel like maybe there's a better one, all right? So then the other day for dinner, we did shrimp, garlic butter shrimp. And I want to show you guys how we did that, okay? So Joe had some big jumbo shrimp. They were deveined but not deshelled. We had to go ahead and wash the shrimp with some lime first. I took off all the shells, washed the shrimp, and then I'm seasoning it up with some white pepper and some ricotta or annatto. You can use paprika if that's all you have. I don't like the taste or smell of paprika. Just kind of work it in, and then I'm going to put some salt, but a little bit because the shrimp already, you know, has salt built in. And then onion powder. And then I'm looking for stuff in my spice cabinet to see what else I can put. And I found this lemon pepper thing that Jada bought, but I decided not to do it because it has MSG. And MSG hides under the name natural flavor, so be careful, okay guys? It hides under a lot of different names, but MSG is not good for us. And I don't care who says it is. A lot of people come back and go, oh, it's good for you. No, it's not. It's a naturally occurring thing that occurs in mushrooms and tomatoes, but we don't eat enough of those two items, you know, to have issues. It's when they start to modify it and hydrolyze it, okay? So right here, I'm showing you guys that I'm making some more pasta because I want pasta to go with my shrimp. And I don't think I'm going to buy store-bought pasta ever again. No, I will. But if it's spaghetti or linguine or stuff like the way this thing can cut, I'm going to do this. I've learned from my last video that the dough has to be super dry. Dry. Can't have no kind of wet in it because if it does, it's not going to cut. Okay, so I'm using up all the flour that I have on the board. Remember the last time I didn't use a lot of that flour? I'm using up quite a bit this time. And for the people who say, what the hell is she talking about? I'll put it in the cards where you can see when I made pasta for the first time, okay? This is the thicker one, and this is 1/4 of the dough. And then this is the skinnier one. So let's do the shrimp, guys. So I put some oil in my nonstick pan, and I'm just gonna lay the shrimp, you know, in a clockwise formation because I can't fit all of them in the pot because I don't want to double stack because we're trying to get some color on the shrimp. See, I'm boiling the skinnier ones, and I have half of the dough left, and I had to go ahead and make some more because Joshua ate it all. So I'm just gonna flip in the shrimp as we go along. Let it sit on its bottom because some of them are thick. And then remove them, and then we're going to do the same thing with the rest of the shrimp because I couldn't fit all of it, right? I put a little bit more oil in the pan because that first batch used up all the oil. Okay, so once these are done and flipped and everything, I'm going to go ahead and remove them and put them in the bowl. And look out, guys, because we're going to get some butter. All right, big thick piece of butter. And then I'm going to put some very sharp peppers. Some people put red pepper flakes. I don't like the taste of those. See, I'm doing another piece of my dough because Joshua ate. Oh, he literally ate all my pasta. I thought he was just going to eat it with white rice. He ate my pasta. And so I'm making some more. Well, not the dough, but cutting some more because I was going to put the dough up, right? I love my little pasta maker. Thank you to my friend Cindy who gave this to me. So we're going to boil this. And I put some lemon juice in my little shrimp water thing that I'm doing. I put like 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Taste it, all right? Taste it for salt and stuff like that. I didn't need any more salt because the butter has salt, the shrimp has salt. Too much. And just kind of let it cook for maybe 3 to 5 minutes at the most. Because, you know, when shrimp is overcooked, it gets tough, right? So now I'm going to plate it or boil it. See, look at everybody coming around. Look at these people. It's coming to eat my food. Put some of the gravy on top. I'm putting it on the pasta, guys. Get some more, just for the picture. I can only eat 3 to 4 shrimp. It's too much salt for my little body. So anyways, this is what they have to share. And look, guys, ooh, I'm posing with chopsticks like I know how to eat with chopsticks. Girl, you know I don't know how to eat with no darn chopsticks. I'm just posing for the picture. One of these days, I'm going to practice that, but that's just not a skill that interests me, you know what I mean? Fork, spoon. I saw the Batty twins. They were doing mukbangs. They're doing mukbangs again. I think they had stopped for a while, right? And they were eating this nice meal, and one of the twins wanted to eat it with a spoon. And he said, no, I can't eat it with a spoon because it's giving big back vibes or broad back vibes. I'm like, oh my God, I'm dead. These boys are crazy. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing, guys. Just making a new, I love new. I don't know if you are like me, but I love new. Like if you gave me $1, I'd be more excited to take the crispy brand new dollar than the old dollar, which I'm not going to turn down the old dollar now because $1 is $1. It has the same value, right? But I'm just saying I'm attracted to the new. And I think it goes back to my childhood because I'm the oldest granddaughter. My older brother's the oldest grandson. And so I didn't get no hand-me-downs. I got new. The rest of them, my sister's going to kill me. She never got my hand-me-downs. I was always bigger than her. But honestly, guys, I would rather buy a cheap $20 purse that's brand new than for you to give me your slightly used Louis Vuitton or some other expensive purse. I feel like purses and shoes and wedding rings, they have a vibe. Whatever is going on in that person's life, if it's bad luck, I feel like it's transferable. Also, if it's good luck, it's transferable too, but I don't want to take that chance. This is the Beth Country Show. All the pieces are not quite ready yet, but let me show you what I have. So this is an off-the-shoulder black blouse. This is that straighter fitting skirt with the band. And I learned how to put the zip in better. This is another off-the-shoulder blouse. We still have to put the elastic in here and still have to do the hems. This is that straight fitting black skirt with the slit. Notice how I'm pairing them together, right? I don't think I would ever wear this with this on the same day. I would always split them up. The hat looks that way on one side. On the opposite side, it's going to have that pink brim, but I don't know what else is going to be for the side or the crown. This is the floral half circle skirt. The zipper in a little bit different. This is the hat that goes with the floral right here. On one side of the hat, you're going to see that salmon. This is the other side of the hat that goes with the salmon. Even though I had the gray skirt already, I'm adding the skirt and the hat to the mix. So the total bill with elastic and zip and all the fabric came to $32.